Hello everybody. Well, it's Friday, Memorial Day weekend, and time to do another little short review. Actually, another little first impression. I'm going to give this one a little bit of time before I actually do a review on it, but the iStick 50 finally crapped out. Will not work at all. So, started doing my shopping online a little bit, looking around. Swore I wasn't going to do another internal battery device, but had seen a video on this new MVP that was coming out, the 60 watt, and with the track record that the MVPs have, I'm hoping I've done right. Haven't heard a bad thing about them. I hadn't heard any bad things about them, other than the fact that they're a little on the heavy side. They're not as aerodynamic as what the iStick 50 was, and I wanted to get on here too and kind of badmouth E-Leaf a little bit, but it is what it is. It's you win some, you lose some with these products, and if the thing still would have been working like a top, I just would have kept on using it. It was a perfect thing, but unfortunately, my device just wasn't perfect. And I would like to state that people that do own these, man, you really need to keep an eye on them. It's not that I'm trying to scare anybody, but I've been seeing some real bad things going on with them, and I even noticed in mine that there was a potential that, say, of charging and you walked away. I mean, they're these things are catching fire. They're auto firing. You really need to keep an eye on your device if you've got one. But anyway, so this week I purchased the MVP Pro starter kit. I've got one INNOKIN product as it is. I've got the SVD 2.0. And, it's a nice thing to have around the house. Built like a tank. And I got this in last night and have messed around with it a little bit. So this thing itself, it's a brick, but it's a pretty solid device. I guess the first thing I'd have to say about it is I've got enough sub-ohm tanks that, I really didn't need a kit. So, and the reason why I say that is that I had to spend, a little extra money because this came with the iSub tank. It's a part of the kit. So I really didn't need another tank, but, what the hell. I've been hearing a lot of stuff about these two, and, so I've got one now. Man, this thing comes packaged. It's real nice. Some of the little text to it is, it's got a voltage between 3.0 to 9 volts. The wattage goes from 6 to 60. It's got a 4,500 milliamp battery. So a lot of power in it for days. It fires down to a 0.2 on your coil, which is awesome. It's got the big screen to it. One thing I would love to point out, and I've seen this on something else, and it cracks me up. So they've got flip OLED screen orientation. If you can see up about the third line up, let's see if my camera is not going to focus, dang it. Well, they misspelled a word. It's pretty funny how they did it, so I guess they just didn't pick up on it. So anyway, but let's get down to it. Like I said, it comes in this nice plastic tray. It looks like they've always come in these, so so here's the unit itself. Got a nice. Oh, my camera's going to play heck with me today. It's not going to be so much of showing you what it'll do. It's got a nice big screen on it, but real nice on it. It's fired everything I've put on it so far. But here's a quick look at the tank that it comes with. This tank is supposed to be, I believe, a 4.5 mil on capacity. It comes with one coil, and it's the coil that's loaded in it. It's a 0.5. I'm not even going to break into the tank right now. I'll do a review later on that. But you've got your little threaded adapter for your little small tanks, which is nice. You got paperwork underneath the packing. Not going to pull all that out. It's got a real nice thick charging cord. So, like I said, you've got, of course, you've got the famous little charging system down here, really for your, you know, if you got the Android phones and all that, or you can charge another device with it, you know. Lucky y'all. Folks like us with iPhones, we just have to kind of keep rolling the way we're rolling. Other than the fact that it does have a USB port at the bottom that you could plug in your Apple cord to that and charge your phone off if you need to. I've got a 6 Plus, so I get battery life like crazy out of that anyway, so I really don't need it. But I'll tell you, I'm just going to throw a few devices on. And like I said, first impression today, it's not about actually doing a review on it yet. I want to run it for at least a week or two and give you a good impression. First tank I'm going to put on here is the Freemax Star. Really been loving this tank. The ohms reader on this is awesome too. It's a 0.25 coil, and that's exactly what my ohms is showing on here, which of course my camera is not going to focus in on. Sorry about that, everybody, but I've got it set at 40 watts. I'm going to go ahead and just run it up to 60, and I'll show you exactly what this will do. Here's 60 watts right here. Man, just dead on. Woo. So that's the Freemax Star tank on there. Like I said, every tank I've thrown on it works, looks good. Here's the Joytech Delta 2. Of course, I'm going to turn that one down a little bit. I'm going to run the Delta 2 at about 40, run it at 45. Open that up. I hadn't ran this tank in a little while. But, and of course, let's put on another one here. Like I said, and the ohms reader on this is so accurate compared to a lot of other devices out there. Other devices seem to want to run it maybe a point higher. Here is the Sub-Tank Mini. Of course, I'm going to bump it down to 30. It's reading a 0.56 on here. So perfect. I really do like this device. I got mine in the silver. They offer 5 colors. They've got a gold one out there. It's a little too blingy for me, but it almost has a honeycomb print to it, where this is just has a stippling all over it. But of course they have the silver, black, blue, and a pink. But man, it's well built. I've seen a lot of reviews of people saying they've dropped theirs a bunch of times. I've seen one guy say that he went kayaking with his and got it wet and everything out, and it works like a champ. So I think this is going to be a good one to have in the fleet. So trying to think if there's anything else at this point in time I can tell you on it. I got mine, by the way, from MVS, my vapor store. They were the only ones that I had it on Monday that I could find that was in stock. The only place I could find it. Like I said, they were only selling it as a starter kit. It went for $74.95. So, like I said, I'm kind of curious to see what the price would be without the iSub tank that comes with it. But if it wasn't going to be that much of a difference in price, I probably would have done it anyway just to have another tank. But yeah, it's nice. I really do like it. I'm hoping the quality and the lifespan I can get out of this is like everybody's getting out of their older MVPs. But yeah, if y'all are interested in this, just stay tuned with me. And like I said, probably within the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna do a little bit more, not so much more an extensive video on it, but just kind of let you know where I'm at with it and see how it's been running. I don't think I'm gonna have any problems out of this one though. But definitely a nice kit if you're looking for something. Man, it's good for beginners, advanced, however you're doing it. It's free max though. Whew, man, it rocks on here. I'm going to bump that up. Been running the free max at really about 50 on here. And that's a good looking setup right there too. I just ordered some more juice. Got it coming in probably the first of next week. So I think that's the time I'm going to review this other tank. Got a new flavor coming, so I'll run it in that one and see how I like it. The coils on this new tank seem to be very cheap from the stores I'm looking at. So kind of hoping that I'm hoping that tank turns out to be a pretty good one. So I can keep the coils coming with it too. But yeah, that's really about all I've got right now. So I hope you like it. I apologize for my camera not focusing all that well on things, but I mean, the screen is nice. It's got a big screen to read. Once again, the device seems pretty big on screen, but it's really not. It's pretty small in the hand. It's a lot smaller than what I thought it was going to be. But all right, I'll get back with y'all soon and let you know what's happening with it. And as always, have a good one and subscribe to me and leave me any comments if you need to. Have a good one.